What's going on, everyone? PTL here, and as the title suggests, it's timing time. Now, I am not in nowhere near my quality form. I literally slept from 1 a.m. to 4 p.m., highly drugged to get my back under control. So, my back is still under a lot of pain right now, but the good thing is I don't have to carry anything or move anything heavy. All I got to do is bolt on a couple bolts and we can time this engine. Now, I just realized I'm missing one extremely vital component for timing this engine. If anybody can guess, I'd be very, very happy because you guys don't understand what I need to do. Yeah, does anybody have an answer what I need to do to make this job 100% before we start? Because I can see on the little table right there, I got all my timing components. I got my timing belt, water pump, tensioner, and pulley. But there's one very important part. The bolts, I have all the bolts for it, so don't worry about the bolts. I even got the timing cover. Anybody know? Nope, not the seals. I have all the seals that I need. What's going on, Felix, by the way? What's going on, David? It's one important part. If I describe it, you'd immediately know, so I can't really describe it. Good. So I'm going to bring you guys over there, so just give me a moment. What's the question, Isaiah? I'm missing one important part to get this engine fully timed properly. David Kane, yeah, hardcore, right? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 in the morning, and I woke up again. I woke up at like 4:30 in the afternoon. All right, so I slept a very, very long time. My wife gave me some crazy hard painkillers and some muscle relaxant, and I had to go to bed because my back literally, I don't know how to explain it, but my mid back kind of compressed itself and didn't let me move. Like, oh man, it was hard to go to sleep, but I was done. Not the flywheel, but good answer though. That's a very good answer. I would use a flywheel, but we don't have a flywheel for this engine yet. Come on, guys. What will you need to do to time a 1.8T? I already have the belt. I have the pump. I have the tensioner. I have the pulley. I have the valve cover. I have the crank. I'll put the valve cover on just so you know. No. No. Lower cover. I have the lower cover. Come on, man. I have the crank pulley. It's right there. The crank pulley is already on the engine. The crank pulley doesn't have a timing mark, just so you know. There you go, Isaiah. Got it. Harmonic balancer. Thank you, Isaiah. You got it right. We don't have a harmonic balancer. Flux capacitor would have fixed my problem. So I would have gone back in time and and make sure I had one. But Isaiah got it right. It's a harmonic balancer. All right, so what we're gonna do is kind of like an old school style timing. So that's correct, David Kane. So this right here is our crank pulley, and then in front of the crank pulley is a timing cover, and then you have that big harmonic balancer, the rubber piece that sits underneath there. That piece is extremely important, actually, for timing an engine. Now, what I mean extremely important, it's the way that you can time it easily. You can still time it. It's just not as easy. Because now we're going to have to use the old-fashioned screwdriver method, which I'm going to show you guys. So give me a second here. Timing bolts. Be right back. I'm going to go grab my my screwdriver. You left a mess on the floor.
Oh, sorry. I thought I caught all of it. Yeah. Sorry about that.
All right, gonna get my screwdriver. We're almost done. Oh crap! I need a socket too. Out of it today. All right. So tools needed. Not very much. So I'm gonna get you guys as close as I can. Grab the tungsten screwdriver. All right. So super long Phillips. You're gonna cram it into cylinder 1, which is, let's see if I get you guys right there. Cylinder 1, right here. So you got to have your valve cover on. It's super important because the valve cover itself has a timing mark as well. So you guys got to make sure you have a valve cover, your crank, your cam gear installed, and that's pretty much it. And then we're gonna install obviously all the other components that are part of the timing. But you, unfortunately, since I don't have a harmonic balancer on here, we can't just slap everything on, time it, and then put the belt on, you know? So it's a little bit easier. This is an old school way of doing it. So we're going to do it. There we go. By the way, I don't know if you guys are liking that big turbo on there. Looks pretty, I think. So, all right, so we're going to put this valve cover on. There we go. What's in the way? Something's in the way here. It's on, so not permanently, but it's on. So the intake manifold is a integrated engineering. The exhaust manifold is a SPA manifold. The turbo is a Garrett turbo. It's a T3 billet wheel turbo. I mean, everything else you guys have seen the entire way. I mean, we've done all IE, bottom end, SuperTech top end. Everything was machined by Paradise Motorsports in San Marcos, California. We still got a ton more stuff to go into this car, this engine. This is just the block. Hey, Tiny, cállate, güey. All right. So, first things first, water pump. So, water pump is usually the easiest one to go on. Right there. No RTV needed for a water pump. If you want to put RTV, you're allowed to. You put it on the machine surface right here. Use water pump RTV. Don't use a black or a blue. Use water pump one. And I kid you not, put like paper thin layer of RTV on these, okay? You don't need to put a lot. I don't recommend it 100%, but if you guys have a really jacked up surface that the water pump is going to mate on, that's going to be your only way to prevent it from leaking, by the way. So that's correct. It can be very risky to time it this way. That's why I'm going to time it just to show you guys how to do it. But I'm going to redo it when I go buy a harmonic balancer. I think I lost mine or I threw it away. I don't know. So I don't remember what happened to it. Honestly, I think I put it on my car because I think mine went bad, but I don't remember. I mean, it's been so long. This engine's been sitting here for so long. It's just, yeah. Cool, Rob. I'd like to see that. So this guy is kind of weird. The tensioner pulley, or the actual hydraulic tensioner. It mounts right here And it goes inside the groove. There's a little groove right here that it uses to line up with, so it mounts like that. Now, everything that you install, don't I reuse only the bolts on these because the bolts are actually reusable as per the Bentley manual, so I'm okay with that. Thank you, Tiny. Thank you for your comment, by the way. As always, much appreciated.
I'm gonna tip it up.
What's that?
I'm gonna tip out.
Oh, you are? You're done?
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll be back tomorrow, right?
I don't know. You're gonna have to speak to the wife for that one. That's a very good question.
I'll check all the way up.
Well, I'm gonna go buy a balancer now for this motor, so because I think I don't have one. Unless one of you guys has one for me, I'd definitely buy one off of you guys. I don't mind reusing a harmonic balancer. They're not that they're hard to mess up. I mean, honestly. So you'll see that these are not on all the way. The bolts are just put on. Again, do not torque these down. Harmonic balancers you're allowed to reuse. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. So all your timing components, do not bolt them on. You want slack, okay? A little bit of slack. And I'll show you why. Okay, so all our timing components are on. Make sure everything is on snug. No, we don't have it. It's missing. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Be right back. What's it doing?
It moves, but you can't click on it.
That's not.
And it did it. That's why they thought the mouse was defective. But now we've got plugged in when you get the students the thing.
On her computer?
On this one.
On his computer. It's not clicking?
Yeah.
Try different USB ports.
Right, yeah. That's
But restart the machine too. All right, so next step is we got to make sure all our markings line up before a belt goes on. So we're gonna line up. We're gonna put the motor on TDC, which stands for top dead center. So we're gonna put our screwdriver right in the spark plug hole, all the way down. Okay. We're gonna grab our ratchet, and we're gonna turn our motor. No, you have to make a custom exhaust for a T3 turbo setup. You can't find anything pre-made that fits correctly. So what you're going to do is crank your engine, and you're going to pay attention to the spark plug right here. Okay? I mean, not spark plug, to your screwdriver. And what you need to pay attention to is where it goes all the way up, and it goes back down. Okay? You got to go back up, and then when you go all the way up, there's about a tooth of play. Okay, there's a tooth of play that where you move it left and right, and the screwdriver will not move, and I'll show you that when I get to that point, and you'll see what I mean right here. I'm gonna get you guys up close, and I'll show you what I mean. Ow. There you go. Okay. So keep an eye on this, okay, guys? Just look at this right here really quick. And you're going to see the screwdriver go down. And I'm going to go back the other way. See it go down? We're going to go back up. And you're going to see it go up. And it's going to stop. Okay? It's going to stop going up as you turn it counter. And then what you want to do is turn it counter until you see it go back down. And then you go back forward again about a tooth. So watch it go back up. And then you got about a tooth of play back and forth. You're going to leave it there. Okay? So that is pretty much TDC on your block. This screwdriver is no longer going up and down. It's in the middle on your piston. Okay? So that technically is your cylinder number 1 is on TDC. Now we got to verify our head has to be set on TDC as well. Now, when you build a new head and you time it, it's usually off by a half a tooth or a tooth. You're just going to have to crank it over to the right and get it where it needs to be to match up with your valve cover right here. So we're off by 1 tooth right here on the valve cover. So I'll be right back and get my socket, and we're going to turn that over just slightly. Yeah, I wish I had a dial indicator. That'd be great. That is a much smarter way of doing it with the dial indicator. But again, this is an old school way. This is not a permanent way of me doing this. By the way, I'm gonna redo this, but I'm just showing you guys because I gotta once I have it set on time, I'm literally just gonna pull the I'm gonna pull it all off and get my my harmonic balancer to confirm the timing. So I'll be back again to show you guys this whole process, but with a harmonic balancer to confirm the timing on here. So we're gonna crank the head just ever so slightly, just right there, right there. So we are now matching. Okay, so TDC, pretty much on the top and bottom. So take your screwdriver back out. Okay. So now is belt installation. Now installing your belt is a little weird on these engines. What you want to do is make sure all the slack is on this side and all the tension is on this side. Okay? So you're going to put your belt on. You're going to pull it over, under. Okay? And at the same time, pull the bottom one. Leave this one all nice and loosey-goosey, okay? We're going to go to the bottom over here. We're going to use the water pump as our... Now, you're going to see right now, as I pull this just turned an entire tooth. No, I never use the blue belts on these engines. They actually cause more harm than they are beneficial. So... Um, David Kane, there's actually we have Haynes manuals as well. We have Bentley and Haynes manuals. The Haynes ones are like the easy ones, are like the ones that you buy for like $20-$30. The Bentley manuals are the ones you buy for like $60-$70. So now what's going to happen is that when you have all the slack down here, your gear is going to pull counterclockwise, so you're going to be off timing. So to kind of say solve this problem, we're going to put our screwdriver back in. We're going to go back and readjust it. So it goes down. We're going to go back up. Right there. So what we're going to do is that we have a timing. I guess we can use this as a timing mark on a timing cover. We want to move it one tooth to the right. Just about there. So what happens when I put this belt on and I pull on it, it's going to move that belt to where it needs to be with all the tension. And now I have space to put my belt on. And what's going to happen is that we're going to, let's see, it's showing me that I'm about half a tooth off. Let me confirm it. Please explain the belt issues with the blue racing belts. Yeah. One of the big issues, what a lot of people do is they buy the blue, which is the Kevlar Gates Racing. You cannot use the blue belt with factory components. You have to go to high performance billet parts. As per IE or Integrated Engineering's instructions, you have to go to a manual tensioner, because the hydraulic one, what happens with the really stiff blue belts, what happens is that the hydraulic tensioner, instead of it creating tension, you put too much force back down and you lose tension. And they're notorious for jumping teeth and causing premature failures on the pulleys and on the tensioners when you're building high performance engines. On if you upgrade to a manual tensioner, you can set the amount of pressure where this belt is tensioned, and it no longer affects the tensioner anymore because you're not using this. This is out of the formula. It's just this idler pulley that does all the work, and the set pressure never changes, so the belt will never flex or pull on your belt, causing premature failures on a lot of stuff. My first motor that I built with a blue belt, I did a 300, almost 400 horsepower motor. This pulley failed on me. It legitimately seized the bearings, and it just seized the entire belt. Never damaged anything, thank goodness, because I started smelling burnt belt. I immediately pulled over, turned off the car, and I found out that this was seized because the amount of force that it was putting on that belt, it's insane. So I recommend Continental belts for builds like around 400 to 500 horsepower, which are fine. Then I recommend if you're gonna beat the crap out of the car with a lot of power, go to a Gates belt, but go to Integrated Engineering and get the manual tension accessories, because it saves you the headache of trying to determine what failed down the road when it does fail. Yes, Papa. Aquí. Good today, you know that? And you got ice cream because you did good today. So Knuckles. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Okay. So that's why I don't use blue belts in my when I'm using factory tensioning. But when we upgrade to like much higher end performance, all day I would recommend that belt all day. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's like it's kind of hit or miss, which what I would recommend or not. So I'm gonna double check my timing one more time, just because I want to be comfortable in my marks. So that's still time. So make sure all the belt tension is off. Get your belt on. Right there. Uh-oh. Where's that one? And usually what I do is I kind of give the belt a little bit of slack coming out of it. That way when I use the water pump, you can see like I'm off by a lot right now. So we're going to put it on, but I want to show you guys I'm off by a decent amount. I'm off by pretty much a full tooth. But if I hit the tensioner, okay, so look, this is one thing. So one thing that you guys gotta focus on. Okay, so let's assume that this is your timing mark here. There's a little notch next to the bolt, and your pulley right here is labeled. I have mine painted, so we're using this as a timing mark. And then we pull on the tensioner. It's I'd say still about half, about a whole tooth off. So we got to take it back off and do it again. Exactly. So we're going to go back. We're going to move this forward. Go one whole tooth forward. And we're going to pull it back on. And then make sure everything's nice and snug where it's supposed to be. And we're pretty much timed. So tension and everything's on there. So now all you gotta do is torque everything to spec. Everything's 11 foot-pounds on all these bolts, and you're done. This one's a little bit heavier. I gotta look up the torque spec for this guy. But I'm not gonna say it's done until I have my harmonic balancer on here, because with the harmonic balancer, you put your lower timing cover down here, right? There's actually a timing mark right here on this. The little nudge right here, and then you bolt everything on. You put your balancer on here, and that mark lines up with this notch, and that's how you can confirm that your timing is 100% here and here. Okay. If not, you're gonna have to redo it. Pretty straightforward. I mean. Uh, Who, Tiny? What guy that I did the swap for? The Filipino guy a long time ago? So that's kind of old school timing in a nutshell, by the way. I don't like doing this kind of timing, so that's why I'm not going to say, hey, you should do this. But for right now, I mean, it's going to work until I get my new harmonic balancer in, which probably won't be immediately. Oh, yeah, that guy. No, he never helped me. He never gave me anything. He paid me like $100, but I told him to let me have his blown motor, and he said yeah, and he never let me have it. I messaged him multiple times to let me if I can go pick it up, and he never let me have it. It kind of sucked because I spent a lot of time on that car, and I got him up and running, and I literally got $100 for pulling the motor from 2 cars and then putting the motor back in. And all I got was $100. Again, I'm not one here to complain and call anybody out. I'm not even gonna say any names. But yeah, it's kind of messed up. But it is what it is. I'm not here to be a grumble, you know. Whatever. You know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna cry about it. So, you know, lesson learned to me. can't be helpful all the time, you know. That's not true. I'm going to be helpful all the time, no matter what. So this engine's now timed, not 100%, but it is timed. I'm not going to crank it over just because I want to make sure it's timed. So I'm going to order a harmonic balancer. Now, if anybody in the San Diego area has one and you're willing to part with it, I got money right now. I'll buy it from you and I'll pick it up tomorrow personally. I'll even hook you up with some stickers, a lanyard, just for being able to get me. If anybody has one, please help me out. Because I need a harmonic balancer. I don't want to spend $200 on one, but if I have to, I will. Now, like I said, again, it's not a big deal, but I definitely would be grateful if someone has one. No, I agree with you, David, but, you know, I spent, I think, from 8 a.m. to almost 10, 11 p.m. So I spent an entire day with him, pulled 2 motors, put him in his car, help him put it in his car. I brought my own cherry picker. I brought all the tools we needed. And yeah, I got $100. He promised me a blown motor, which I really, really wanted. I kid you guys not, I really wanted the blown motor. And I messaged him multiple times, never responded. He's like, whatever. Not going to cry about it again. Yeah, I want to go to the junkyard. It's just my back, man. I can't go to the junkyard with this kind of back problems right now. So I'm gonna have to buy one because in the junkyard I can get it for free. That's for sure. Yeah, this engine, not this one, but the previous engine was for the Mark II. And I ended up giving that engine to my really good friend, Stephen Way, because he had a bad motor. And so this engine, I believe, is the one off of Ian's car. Ian got the motor that I got from my friend Stephen. So yeah, I've been pushed back multiple times because I've been helping people, and that's okay. I'm not complaining about me helping people, believe it or not. I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, I put myself last towards my friends and towards my family, and they needed cars, so I took care of their cars. Stephen Way, really, really awesome guy, by the way. Awesome wife, awesome dude. Huge Mark IV guy, and he had a bad engine, and he needed a car to get across country. So I rebuilt him my wife's Mark II motor, which was perfectly fine. Just had to do a couple little ins and outs of it. So rebuilt him that motor for his blown motor, which wasn't really blown. It just had some really bad oil dripping issues. I think the head gasket was bad. So we swapped that. We swapped those engines. That engine ended up becoming Ian's motor that I built for his Mark IV. This is Ian's motor that is low mileage, 110, 120,000 miles. And I ended up tearing this one down, and this was supposed to be the Mark II's engine, but I decided to make it the Corrado engine. I have my wife's 1.8T Mark II engine just chilling in the other garage, and that's going to go in. That's finally going to be built after this one's done. And the VR, obviously. So yeah, it's a whole huge ordeal. My wife wants to show you the t-shirts. They're done. We finally got the t-shirts done. We're gonna put them back online, by the way. So check these out. She has clean hands, so I can't touch them.
They're dope.
They came out beautiful. Move over to the left, my left.
Okay.
No, this
No, this way. I'm in the
way.
middle.
No, this way. Yeah, there. I need to see. No, now you're moving too much. Right there. Stop. There you go. Those are the new shirts. So these are available. We're gonna put them back online now. Again, I went third party.
This is DTG print.
Yeah, this is printed with an actual printer, and they came out beautiful. Can you grab some of the other shirts too? My wife's gonna show you all the different ones that we got. So these are gonna be available again tonight for sale. I have every single size you want, Tiny.
Get big boy size. They're so pretty.
Yeah, they came out beautiful. Again, I paid a premium for them to have me made, but they came out legit. This is my other design. Yeah, the purple. No, I'm showing the red. The red one came out super dope. There's a blue one. Yes, I will be offering all the sizes.
And then this is how the black is going to look. Here.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you.
Here, this is the black one.
This is in black. They're a little different because they have to be heat transferred, but they still come out really, really cool. Bring it closer. Bring it closer. Yeah, the color pops a lot more with this design.
This is a sample.
But if you want to put your hand on there to show them,
This is a sample.
it's like kind of a plastic on it, like vinyl. Kind of imagine if it's a vinyl shirt.
Yeah, but you can.
Yeah, you can crumple it up still and wash it. You just got to make sure it's when it's dried.
Yeah.
You iron it or
iron it, make it hot, and
it'll go away. So
yeah.
we're gonna be offering all these shirts again. I took them off my online store because my really expensive printer.
Issues.
Yeah, it had a problem. I had a problem with my machine. So we're going third party for the moment.
But they're dope. So they came out really nice.
Yes, MK3s are coming out. I'm actually doing some final designs on the Mark III right now. So, but they came out very, very nice. Again, we're going to be offering all of these shirts to everyone. Right now, I'm actually going to put them back online for sale again.
Because we have a company that can help us.
Yeah, we found a nice little local company that's going to help us out now.
So we help local company too.
Until I get my new machine getting taken care of, we're going to be third party for right now. But not complaining. They came out beautiful. So
and they're nice and large too.
Yeah, nice large logos and everything. Dale Moore, give me a second, Dale. Let me put them back on the store.
Give me. I'll put them on right now.
Well, I'm done already. All right. So that's all definitely done.
I can put the other sizes on there.
Yeah, put them on there. I'll put them back online, and then you can put the other sizes available.
Just because it doesn't have 3XL or 4XL right now.
No, my wife is super shy. So right now, I'm putting them back available. So
But I'll add the other size.
yeah, if you want 3XL, my wife is putting the sizes on there in just a minute.
Or 4XL.
Or 4XL.
Tiny.
So are Rock Auto harmonic balancers bad? It depends on the brand, because Rock Auto doesn't make a brand. They just sell third-party stuff. So I would definitely double-check that. Brands do matter. And that's a very important part. That's what keeps your engine balanced. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to go cheap, especially on something like that. Huh?
I gotta adjust stuff. Is that a big cartel?
URO is actually a good brand. I don't mind that brand at all. The shirts are on our online store at pinchealsgarage.com. They're $15 a shirt.
Except for the large.
Except for once you go to 3XL, they go.
No, 2XL.
I mean, from 2XL and up, they go up a couple bucks. Just so you guys know, I will have. If you guys are Mark III guys, Mark III logos are going to be out. Mark III shirts are going to be out very soon. I'm doing a Mark IV front end, a Mark III front end, Mark II front end, and I'm going to do a Mark I front end. All different shirt designs we're going to be offering soon. They take a long time to design. Okay, the Jetta one literally took me a week and a half to do. So they will take a while to design, just so you guys know. So please bear with me. They take a while, but I will have kid sizes. What size would you like for kids? Because I can definitely do a kid size shirt for you.
What's it? Who's asking about the kids?
That's a Dale.
Okay, because I have another guy that asked about.
Yeah, I got a couple people asking for kid size shirts, and I will offer those.
I can put them on there too.
You want me to put them on?
I'll put them on.
Okay. Yeah,
I'll do like just kids small, I guess. Ask him what size he wants.
Dale, what size do you want so my wife can put it on the store for you?
And what I can put it on all the shirts.
It'll be a different price too. It's gonna be cheaper.
Like,
Yeah.
because the kids shirts are expensive too.
McDubbin wants 9 kids shirts.
What size?
What size? I need to know the size.
And I'll add it to the list. Tell me kid sizes.
All the shirts right now on my online store are for adults. Okay?
Adult large. Yeah, adult large is on there already.
Okay, so all the shirts are on there for adults. If you guys want the shirts for kids,
I'll add the.
it says size 9. What the hell is that?
Is that an XL? I mean, an XS?
David Kane, I'm going to add them in just a minute for kids. They will say there. My wife's doing it right now. As we speak, we're adding the sizes. We just don't know. We don't use numbers for sizes here.
It's extra small or small. Will it be an extra small kids and a small kids? Is that doable?
Julio Quintana, love you, town. Did you ever make custom plugs for the rear wiper delete? Yeah, I have tons of rear wiper deletes. They're on my online store. I have a bunch of them.
I'll put kids extra small and kids small.
He says small. Yeah, that would work.
Okay, I'll put kids small and kids extra small right now.
Okay.
Is that what McDubbin wants to?
Here, hold on. I think my microphone's so far away. I don't think they're hearing us.
Did McDubbin say this? What size 9? That's like,
Okay, so
I need kids extra small, small, or medium. I think would be small. Okay, McDubbin said small. Okay, I'm gonna add them on. Give me a sec.
Brandon, oh, that sucks, Brandon. So the sizes for children, we use kid sizes. So there's like small, extra small, medium, but it'll say kids in the description.
Kids X small.
Yeah. My wife's doing them right now as she speaks. So
I'll do it on each one. They can pick which one.
yeah, she's gonna do it for every single style of shirt that we have available. Okay.
Be patient.
Please be patient. So thanks for watching that.
Okay, I
The
got
timing.
one.
So all the shirts will be ready to with different sizes in about like 10-15 minutes. Another thing is we're going to be making Mark III designs, Mark II, and Mark One. I'm going to be doing some designs for like illustrations for engines. So 1.8T big turbo like illustration, VR6 illustration. We're going to have a lot of cool shirt designs coming down the pipe. David came. How did the name Pinche Al came about?
Tiny might know that one.
Huh?
Tiny might know that
Tiny knows.
one. The big bear, Mexican.
Oh man. So okay, I'm Mexican. You know, I'm Hispanic, Latino, whatever you guys want to call it, beaner. All right, so I'm a social drinker. I don't like to drink. Occupy. Look at that
Yes,
right
yeah,
there. He immediately put
he
Occupy.
knows.
So
As it's like he knows.
it came about during Woosty, actually, not during Occupy Big Bird, but
Oh,
it's stuck during Occupy, but it started in Woosty. So I drink a lot when I hang out with my friends. I do stupid stuff. I say stupid things, but I have fun. Big difference. Okay? So every time I drank and hung out with my friends, they'd be like, I said, wait, that fool is stupid. And then they'd be like, pinche Al, calm down, you know? Because pinche in Spanish means effing. You know? So you would Dale already bought and paid for an order. Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
I got in there. I got 2 down.
We got him going. We got him going. So I do a lot of dumb stuff, and they always be like, F an hour in Spanish, pinche Al. And for years and years, this is what people called me. So I ended up just saying F it. There's pinche Al. So that's what came to be, and that's how Pinche Al's Garage came to be. And it just stuck. And I didn't want to change that because people knew me by that because of how stupid the stuff I did out when I went out and partied and stuff and go to car shows. So when I made my YouTube channel, I couldn't put Pinche and then Al's Garage because separated because it immediately would be flagged by YouTube.
So now it's Pinchelli's.
So it's Pinchelli's, yeah. So it's Pinche Al's, so all one word, Garage. And YouTube took it, and I didn't get in trouble, so I kept it that way, and it's always going to be that way. That's why if you see the word, there's a capital A at the end of it, so people know it's supposed to be said separately. But, it's just the way it stuck, and it worked out really well. And I love it. I love it because I'm not here to be Mr., anything. I'm just here to have fun and talk to you guys and learn about cars together. The VR6, which is going to replace this engine pretty much next week, because this is going to get out of my garage and my VR6 is going to come in. The VR6 is going to be the next build, guys. And we're going to have Ray helping us out. We're going to have a lot of other people, come out and hang out with us and do some stuff with us. So, it's going to be some cool stuff. And it blew oil and left me stranded 30 minutes after the engine swap in my 05 rushing. Ugh. That sucks, Brandon. Automatic, by the way. Torque converters, I stay away from automatic transmissions, period. I don't own a single car. Personally, don't own a single car with an automatic transmission. You know, draw in torque converter. Yeah, I don't believe either, Brandon. So again, thank you everyone for your awesome support, McDubbin and everybody else,
And your patience.
and Tiny and your patience for all the shirts. Orders are going to be leaving this week. I believe it.
Like late this week, early next week.
Yeah, most or almost all the orders should be leaving by the end of this week or the beginning of next week. The company, again, the local company we're working with, is helping us. You guys understand immensely to get these products out,
And they've been fast.
and they've been fast. So, on a positive note, once I get my new machine back, we will be making sure it's
In-house.
way faster in-house again and fulfilling your orders a lot faster too.
But for now, this is.
Bro, that's cool, bro. What a backstory, huh? Good times. Yeah, I watched you like 3 years ago, but subbed about a year ago and half ago. I only popped up recently though. It's all right, David. It's all right. It's currently sitting in front of my yard. Oh man, that sucks, Brandon. That sucks. Yeah, when you pop in a torque converter, you got to make sure it's filled to where pretty much where it seeps out, and you make sure it's like kind of an angle back. They are a pain in the ass to install. That is correct. Any little fluid that drips out of it, if it's off by I think like half a quart to a quart, you'll never engage properly, and then it'll shift late or shift too early. I hate automatics. Hate them. Hate them. Hate them. Hate them. It does feel good. PTSD does suck, though. So,
You're good.
all the shirts are ready to order. So if you guys have the kid sizes, they're all available now.
Do they want the kits and the in-shell garage ones too, or just?
No, it's okay.
Oh, yes, I have that.
How's my back? Well, I'm sitting down instead of standing up, but that way. It's okay.
You had a nice nap.
I had a really long nap. I went to bed at 1 in the morning. I woke up at 4:30 in the afternoon. My wife highly drugged me. And when I mean highly,
Good stuff.
I literally blacked out and had no idea where I was until I woke up in the afternoon. So my back is feeling okay. It sucks to stand right now. I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm not going to be a mamby-pamby. I'm just going to huff it and go to work. Heifer is no, Heifer is not Wayne's old car, Tiny. Heifer, Wayne's old car was the. Remember the black kid? Dwayne, yeah.
That was the one. That
No, it was Wayne. It was Wayman.
Wayman, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Dwayneman. It was Wayman.
Wayman, yeah. That's
But
the
it's
one
spelled with the R.
That's the one that burned.
Is that the second one? No, that was the third car.
No, that was supposed to be mine.
That's the one you wrecked.
No.
That was the black one. No. That was.
That was what's his Deutsch mom.
So that was the third Mark IV. The one that caught fire was the third Mark IV.
No, that was Raymond's was the fourth one
No.
because we bought two at the time because his was supposed to be mine and then yours.
This
caught
is the
fire.
fourth car.
So it was which
It
came
was the
from
third
who?
one.
The kid
The fourth one was the other black
It's
kid
the third
from
one. The
Tin.
third
So
one.
yeah. So
There's so many Mark IVs.
we do have 1.8T autos, but no one wants them. That is correct. Tiny knows.
It was the third one.
It was Wayman's. It was our third car, but it's not Heifer. Heifer was my very first Mark IV.
It was mine.
Carlene's first Mark IV that we bought at a dealership.
And that's what started it all.
I can't do an inversion table, Brandon. Due to the my condition of my back, I cannot use an inversion table. I actually have a. How can I explain this? I have a disease actually in my back called. It's called a degenerative disc spinal degenerative disc disease. So what that means is that all my and my spinal cord, all the cushion in my back will either become a hernia or I lose it pretty much. So yeah, I gotta really.
It's cushioning.
It's just the cushioning degenerates very very quick on my back. So it's the condition that I was diagnosed a couple of years back because I had really 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 bad back problems at a really really young age, and just doing research and going to doctors after doctors, and finally a doctor just told me like, this is what you have, and I'm like, yay. Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks. I have 2 ruptured discs, and then the bottom, I guess if you look at your whole spinal cord, the last 2 bones on my spinal cord, I don't have a disc at all. Yeah, lumbar area. I don't have a cushion. I literally rub bone on bone. So what I do to take care of it is I work out. I work on cars. I work on my core. Eat a lot. Drink a lot of beer and, and stuff like that. No. But yeah, it sucks. But you know what? Working on cars calms my pain. Even though if it creates it, it calms my pain because I think of something else. It sucks, but I don't care. I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I've been doing it for a very long time. I'm not gonna stop doing it. Even if I get stuck in a wheelchair, I'm still gonna keep doing it. I don't care because this is passion. This is what's awesome. So Matt Ecker, what does a used VR6 motor cost in the States? In Canada, they run about $2,000 Canadian.
What's that? 2000.
Well, a 12-valve VR6, 12-valve, which came out of a Mark III or Mark IV.
Woo, it's still $1,500.
That's a lot of money. Typically, a 12-valve VR6 like $200 to $400, dude.
It's cheaper to get it purchased and shipped over.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's expensive, dude. $2,000 for just an engine? $1,500. You can buy. Yeah, you can buy a full 1.8T for like $100 to $300.
You can buy the whole car probably for that.
Yeah.
Well, look, that's with $300.
Yeah, my Mark IV Jetta with the VR6 was $300. An entire car. Tiny sold one. Man, I'm gonna have to start like just buying these engines and then start selling them for $500. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. That's a lot of money.
See Dale's order.
Yeah, I just saw Dale's order.
Kids.
Awesome.
Oh no, the large. You got the large.
So, yeah, trying to think here. So we're waiting. Yeah, 550, 150 for a VR. Yeah, dude, it's not that expensive, dude. I don't know. Again, I should start collecting engines and start selling them, and just start doing motor rebuilds for dirt cheap. I'm willing to, again, I'm willing for you guys to ship me an engine, send me all the parts, and I'll rebuild it for you for a very minimal cost. And, I'll ship it back as long as you guys pay for the shipping. I got a guy from up north that's shipping me a 1.8T with all the internals and everything. I'm going to be rebuilding it for him. I'm charging him, I think, like $800 for the rebuild, just all the cost of parts. I do it because it's fun. I mean, I don't mind making some extra cheese on the side, but I like to do it, and I like to film it, have fun with you guys, talk live, and rebuild all at the same time. All right, Matt. If you want a VR6, what do you want? 12 valve, 24 valve? Do you want a 3.2? Dale, what is my 9 to 5? Dale, I work for Geek Squad. I've been a computer technician for over 15 years, but But I've been working for Geek Squad for 11 years now. I'm what they call an advanced repair technician. I am also a master Apple certified technician as well. I just know how to fix. I know how to fix shit. That's pretty much it. So working on engines and cars is kind of like a second nature for me. You know.
Fernando on there too?
I don't know if Fernando's on here. Fernando, are you on here?
He's emailing me. I'm just like,
What is he emailing you for?
if
What did he
we
say?
got the update on the shirts.
Yes. That's right, Brandon. 1.8s are the best power to weight ratio. Phenomenal engine, super light. I can lift an entire block by myself. You know, right, Tiny. Damn, Dale, that's dirt cheap, dude. But yeah, it's one of those things, you know. How much to ship to the kid UK? I have no idea.
Ship what?
An engine. It's probably going to be pretty expensive outside of the country because we have to freight it.
Well,
You know?
it's customs. Obviously.
Huh?
It's customs. And
Yeah, plus your customs and
duty.
fees and duties. Yeah.
That's
It'd be very, very expensive to ship that engine for you, David. Matt, in Canada, what's funny is you need to know where to go for the European scene. Look up bureaucracy, Matt, and you'll know what I mean. There's a huge Euro scene in Canada. You just gotta know. You just gotta know where to go. With your, you lay down under the car. Do you go into spasms? When you DDD, when you lay down under the car, do you go into spasms? Not as much. What's funny, if I lay down on a flat floor, I'm okay. It's when more and more when I'm arched or lifting or twisting funny is when it hurts the most. Yeah, no, I definitely believe shipping to Portugal costs a fortune. I would never sell anybody an eBay Turbo on a 1.8T. How dare you, banging? How dare you? I agree, Tiny. We need to go on a trip. I agree. We need to go to bureaucracy. I want to go to Canada. I want to go to Canada and go to that bureaucracy car show in Montreal. I've seen so many videos. It is nuts, bruh. Yeah. Dalton Hayes. Yes, I do build. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail to this live stream. I mean, there's a fully built 1.8T right behind me. Just messing with you, Dalton. Yes, I build tons of motors. If you subscribe, dude, subscribe. I build 1.8Ts. Now I'm building VR6s. I'm gonna get ready to build a 1.9 TDI. So I'm definitely gonna start building more and more of these motors. I've been considering a lot to actually build long blocks and sell them. Not for a fortune, sell them for a reasonable price. So yeah. Right? I agree with you, David. Can you message me? No, you can message me though, Dalton. My email is pincheals.garage@gmail.com. Okay. You can do that if you're serious about something like that. You can message me or email me. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can email me any way you want. I'll even put my email on here, and you can talk to me that way. Right there. One thing that you're going to learn about my YouTube channel, Dalton, I build everything from the ground up when you build an engine. Okay? So everything from literally rods, pistons, rings, valves, heads, everything you think about for 1.8T. It's all there. My Instagram will be _garage. Just like that. Okay? So any help or advice that you need, I got my phone right here. And yep. Brandon, are you talking about E85? Yeah, why not? I would definitely daily E85 car. Bagging, you need another shelf for your long blocks to break them in. I'm going to be using my Mark IV to break in engines. So no, I won't need another car in my driveway. I don't need another one. Funny thing, I'm trying to hoard off my Outlander to one of the team members so they can take the car out of my property because I don't want the Outlander right now. I need someone to take the car and enjoy it because I need space in my car, in my garage. So yeah, right now, no, I don't need more cars. No. My wife will let me have more cars. Is that I don't have space to put more cars, and yeah, that too. Cheddar. I don't have cheddar. Matt Ecker, what is my car collection in my driveways? I have 2 driveways because I rent my neighbor's garage as well. So currently, what we own that we own in general, we have the MK4 TDI Outlander. McDummon, why are you giving me money, fool? This fool just sent me another $64.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It goes towards the channel.
It does go towards the channel. I mean, McDubbin's gnarly, dude. This fool gives me money all the time. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. I need his address.
You need a poll in here.
Starts dancing. Just start doing a. Why do you got to give me money? I thought you said you had a balance that you can ship me. I pay you for it. You know, I got money to pay you for that. That's a whole different funding. But no, funny car alcohol. No, you can't do 1.8Ts. You can't buy injectors big enough for that kind of alcohol. What's it called? Well, McDubbin won a turbo, by the way, banging. Still haven't shipped it out yet, but we finally got the skid plates done. So why would you do that? Why would you buy me one? I thought you had one so I can buy it from you, so I can give you money. I mean, much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. But you know, it's one of those things like, I am taking it. It's just hard. We gotta send them some more. We gotta send them. I am saying thank you. We gotta send them some stuff. We gotta send them some. I'll show them. Look how pasty white my skin is. See this? This never seen sunlight at all. You see that? I won't show you a nip though. Woo! Not legal on
You might get flagged.
Might get flagged for this video might get flagged, so I'll just show some of my pasty white skin that's never seen sunlight. You want to see a farmer's tan? Bam!
Work on tires.
Look at this. Look at this farmer's tan. This is how often my arms see sunlight. Look at this. Look at this. It's gnarly, dude.
This is how you turned into your YouTube channel. Need more shirtless car.
No, dude. My manatees would show. I ain't gonna. Ain't gonna happen.
Even it out.
I'm not gonna even it out.
Left arm should be worse.
Had to dim my screen.
It says show me your left arm. It should be worse. It's your driver's arm.
No, it's way worse. Look at this. That's my steering wheel arm. Look at that. You can literally see. Look, you can see where it starts and it ends. It's insane. It is gnarly. You guys are dumb. I love it. Stop it. LOL. Sorry, I keep my shirt on. Honestly, I don't want to know. So my car collection, Matt Ecker. So I got a '71 Volkswagen bus. I have a 1986 MK2 GTI. I have a 1991 VW Corrado G60 with this engine that's going in it. I have a Mark IV Jetta 1.9 TDI. I just got that Mark IV Jetta VR6. My Mark IV GTI 1.8T. My wife's MK6 Jetta Wagon 2.0 TDI. Right? Is that everything? That is everything, right? Yeah, I think that's all I have right now. That's currently the collection of cars that we have right now. Once the Corrado goes away and the Jetta goes away, we're going to be building Volkswagen Bugs next. We're going to build some old school VW Bugs. I want. Huh? Well, it's the idea for Patreon. Patreon wants to build a Bug next. I agree with them. We need to build something old school to give away. So yeah, those are going to be cars that we're going to be building next after these two cars are done. David Kane, they're correct. They will not ship via my online store. You have to email me for that, sir. Yeah, for international orders, please email me. My wife will take care of you with that. My online store doesn't allow. For some reason, we cannot. It's impossible to give a price range for shipping to the UK for shirts because. I just need information of what you need. Yeah, so I just need for David King for your order. We need exactly what the items that you want. I need your full name and address, and then we'll give you a shipping quote to the UK. Okay? Based off of the orders that you want, because we have to weigh everything, and then it's weird how the cost of shipping is. Yeah, I believe it because Canada, you guys have a lot of snow, so you guys use a lot of salt on the roads. So yeah, you guys get a lot of rust buckets. Why not Rocco? Tiny Mark, that's not my car. That's your car, fool. I can't add that to my collection. It's not my car. It's full. But yes, your car is named Rocco. My Mark IV GTI is named Filbert. And then he only wants his one shirt, so we get him a price quote for that. For David Kane. Yeah. So email David. Please just send the email with the item that you want, with your address, please, and I'll get you an exact cost to ship it. Okay, buddy? Yes, MC just donated $64. And because of that, I'm going to order the harmonic balancer right now.
He wants the car done.
Oh, you mean a Scirocco? He wants me to build a Scirocco.
He wants the car done so he can win it.
I know, right?
You made me go.
Scirocco's are dope, but the issue with a Scirocco is the same issue with a Corrado. It's a very, very hard to find good new parts or used parts to begin with. That's the biggest issue with old 80s and 70s Volkswagens. Besides air-cooled, air-cooled is a whole different story. I can buy anything I want under the roof for an air-cooled, but when it comes down to an 80s water-cooled Volkswagen, you can almost find nothing. Okay, there's only my Corrado. I'm still stuck. I still need for the Corrado. I need window scrapers. I offered someone $200 for one window scraper, and he wouldn't sell it to me. Okay, there was another guy I offered almost $1,000 because he had a pair for him. He was just showing people off that he had the part, He had a pair for driver and passenger side window scrapers. I offered him almost $1,000 for a full set of window scrapers with seals, and he didn't even take it. He said, nope, because that's how rare those parts are. I'm actually going to get to the point where I'm going to have to figure out what else might fit in it and modify it to make it work, because I'm over it. I'm totally over trying to find parts for that Corrado. I'm completely over it, honestly. It's such an awful shit fest, I guess you could say it, to find parts for that car. It sucks, and the market sucks just as much. You know, you guys from Canada, I mean, if you guys have some cool Corrado stuff, please offer it to me. I will pay a premium and have it shipped to my house, because I need it. I need it. Honestly, I do, for the Corrado, because I want to finish it. Now, for you guys watching, what seats do you guys want to see in the Corrado? I'm very curious. I know, right? I agree with you, Matt. Nearly impossible. Sparkles, I've definitely been considering, for sure. It's definitely considering some sparkle seats. I've been considering some. I got some corbels, yeah, milk crates. Sorry, had to. I'm down for some milk crate seats. I was actually highly considering some aluminum seats, like those racing aluminum seats. They're super uncomfortable, but they look dope. I don't want to do Recaros because everybody does Recaros. I don't want to do a Recaro. I want something a little different in these cars. Right? There is no parts for this. I'm making a lot of parts for this car, by the way. I've made a lot of custom stuff for this car that I haven't shown anybody yet. So you'll see. Yeah, some bucket aluminum seats would be dope. That'd be a dope look. And they're cheap. They're super cheap in comparison to like comfortable seats. Just dump a pillow in there, call it a day. You know? I was considering some Momo racing seats, that's for sure. Momo was actually supposed to sponsor us, but they never emailed me back. No, they're not good at all. No. What I have in Filbert is Cypher Auto. I have the Cypher Auto racing seats. I like them, but in the Corrado, since the Corrado sits really short, I think the seats will sit too high, and it would look kind of goofy in the car. What's his name has them? I agree. Dalton, Brom, they have some nice seats, but they sit really high. That's the only downside of those seats. I'm not a really fan of how high they sit. Dollar for dollar, they're nice seats. But they're really high sitting seats. So I don't know. It's kind of hit or miss. Be right back. Give me a second here. Huh? What?
David said Alan Karen, I think.
David, you call my wife Karen?
I am not a Karen.
She is not a Karen. Her name is Carlene. It's funny, though.
Karen is such a bad rap now. Name.
4XL. Ooh, I'm curious on what size that is.
4XL.
No, but he's saying it's 4XL from Europe. I would do some research on that. Yeah, use the Googles. Use the Googles. George Pacheco, what turbo would you put on a 1.8T with a stage 2 tune after a KO4? Well, usually after KO4, you go into the world of rebuilding the entire engine pretty much. Because you're going to have to do new rods. You're going to have to do a valve. Pretty much do what we did on this engine.
You said a 4XL?
Mm-hmm.
In a 4XL in UK? Is that what it is? Yeah, 4XL.
You don't have to apologize. It's not your
No.
fault. David is apologizing.
Oh,
No, it's funny.
I was giving it a hard time.
Yeah, we're just giving you a hard time. So let's get back to George Pacheco's question. It's very important. Okay. So what turbo would you put on a 1.8T with the stage 2 tune after KO4? Okay. Well, KO4 is literally the limit of your engine. If we want to just put it in perspective. So usually what I recommend people, if a KO4 is not enough power for you for daily and fun, and you're trying to make a little bit extra power, you're pretty much better off going into the world of big turbo territory. Starting at T3s or a Garrett GT28. That is the 300 to 350 horsepower range. Now, a T3 turbo will give you more horsepower and less torque versus like a Garrett turbo or AKA a ball bearing turbo. Ball bearing turbos, since they spool much faster, they create more torque and more horsepower. The downside is torque. Horsepower doesn't matter. Torque. So you need to factor in what is your budget, number one, and what is your power goal. Those two things are super important. Okay, my cousin has a 1.8T GT35 turbo. All he did was connected rods. Correct. That is correct. That's all you need to do. However, those valves are probably crying, please kill me, because that is too much. Those valves probably taking a beating on that heat. You're going to need to upgrade those valves quickly because, oh, man. Or he probably doesn't run it hard enough. You know, who knows? But it also depends on which 1.8T he has. There are some 1.8Ts that can handle up to 400 horses with all the internals. And those are called BAM engines, but those are European engines. We never got those. Why not? I'd do it. Banging. Okay, so yeah, I mean, head work isn't hard. You watch me do a whole head here. It's not hard. It's just patience. You just need someone to do the grind the valve seats. That's all you need. Or you know what, Dalton? Right, David? Dalton. Or what you can do is I can probably find you a head here, and I can rebuild it for you and ship it to you. No, I do not port and polish heads because of the amount of room for error doing that. I don't do it. I can't even find a machine shop that'll do it anymore. A lot of places won't do it just because of the amount of work that is required. So all you want is a little bit more power. There is minute benefits for going port and polish on small horsepower applications. On big horsepower applications, there is better. It is much better. There is a gains on going to big, making big power. It's just, again, it just depends on your power goal. Okay. For George Pacheco, Dalton just messaged me on Instagram. Give me a second here. Got my phone. So I would honestly, Pacheco, get a F21 turbo, a KO4. Those are good for almost 280 horses. You'll be super happy, man. All right, there's Dalton. He sent me the message. He said, hey. Tiny sent me a message. I love it. I love it. I can make that into a shirt, Tiny. Email me that image, buddy. My dad's been talking to me about port and polishing my heads and polishing my valves. Don't need to do anything with the valves. All you want to do with the valves is a lapping, is what we call it. Lapping pretty much resurfaces the valves. You don't want to polish them. I've never heard anybody actually polishing valves. You want to regrind down your valve seats. That way your valves sit back properly. But you don't want to blast them. You want to lap them. There's a different process for that. Lapping valves pretty much is what you kind of do just to refinish them. They're not that hard. Yeah, it's like it's not sandpaper. You put them in a box. I forgot. You have like a shaker, and it shakes them up to loosen them up. It's like I forgot how you explain. I don't know. I never done it myself. I've always put new valves in all my engines. I never reuse old stuff. So I don't know the actual process. I know the terms. I know what you do, but I don't know the actual process itself because again, I never reuse old stuff. I always put new stuff in them. David Kane, yeah. What?
No, McDuffie's having trouble going for tape off and comes up.
That's weird.
Yeah. So he wants the kids finish some shirts. So.
Why is my face there?
Because he has you on his phone and he's trying to do.
Oh, he screenshotted the phone.
That doesn't make me laugh because you're on your phone while he's on his phone.
Please, I would love to see the process. Absolute, definitely want to see and see if they actually seal, like actually seal in the head. By the way, this is one of my favorite sodas of all time. I buy a 4-pack of these, and they last me like months. I drink like one a month because they're super hard to find. 612066. I needed a picture of you, Papi. Yeah, I mean, for some people it's meh. For me, it's amazing. So,
It tastes like cough syrup.
yeah. Oh, Dale just sent me an Instagram. Give me a second here. And yes, I will follow your UTE build. I love cars with UTEs, so looking good though, by the way. That looks really good, buddy. Someone else just played the other guy. Yeah, so. Oh man, Rob, soda is like my lifeblood. Very nice, Dale. All right, so I'm gonna call it a night. I gotta go to bed early today because I gotta go to work tomorrow. But I appreciate all the awesome comments today. McDubbin again with another freaking gnarly donation. I will order the harmonic balancer tonight, by the way. Actually, right now I'm going to order it. So, ooh, FCP Euro actually carries one, and it's a Phoebe. I'm going to see if I can order through AutoZone because they're not that expensive. I'm actually impressed. I might actually order 2 of them because I need one for the other motor. Because Phoebe is really good stuff, and AutoZone carries Phoebe. But thank you everyone for being a part of this channel. This channel has grown in ways that you guys have no idea, and it's grown in ways that's been very special to me and my wife and my family. Next year, in 2021, I'm going to stop this channel for a moment, and we're going to stop it because we're going to go on the road.
That's our goal.
That is the goal. We want to put Pinchial's Garage on the road. So it is a plan that we have, a plan of action that we have later this year. We are going to start a Kickstarter campaign to put Pinchial's Garage on the road and to visit every single subscriber that needs help in the US, Canada, okay? And if you need help building an engine, I will pull up to your house, park my RV, pull out my tools, and build you an engine, and then head out to the next guy's house or help you put an engine in your car, help you swap out a clutch, help you do anything. And that is my goal for next year, is to literally be on the road as Pinchial's Garage travels. And yeah, I'll go to Hawaii. Maybe I don't know how that would work, but not in an RV, obviously, but fly there and go help the people on the island. I mean, thank you, Banging. I definitely want to see if that can work. I don't want to take anybody's cars. I don't want to be pulling our cars off of my RV. But again, it's something that my wife and I, we've been planning for almost 2 years, trying to make sense on how much it would cost and how much it would be. So we would probably do a Kickstarter campaign to fund the entire. We would assume we would travel every state in the United States in an RV for over a year or two. Make it like a 2-year thing. 1 year would be great. 2 years would be amazing. But, with me and my wife and my family, and just visit everybody in every single state in the United States in one part. If I have to travel to another country or go to visit Canada, help you guys in a pinch. So I would love to help you guys, and that's kind of my future goal. Getting away from YouTube like videos and doing it in person. So you hit me up. I have a friend that does app developing. I'm going to have him design an SOS app. So literally, you will know where I will be located, what state I'll be in. You hit SOS. If no one else hits me up along the way, I'm pretty much going to GPS your coordination and go straight to you. Now, let's assume there's 3 other people that need help, and they're closer than you. I'm going to plan my route to those 3 people, then go to you as my way goes when I go cross country. I'm going to design an app that lets me do that so you guys can find me, and I'll get to you whenever you're in need. Obviously, maybe in a couple of days, because I'm probably 2, 4, 5,000 miles away, but that is kind of the goal that I have for you guys in the future. So just keep that in mind. It'd be awesome to actually be able to do it and help everybody in need travel in the United States and Canada. I might go to Mexico, don't know yet. But COVID is, again, it's held us back. But who cares? We'll figure it out. Peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful night. And respect one another. So if you see another dubber on the road, give him a thumbs up. Deuces. And as always here at Pinche Al's Garage, we're going to break, we're going to fix, and we're going to repeat. Peace out. Much love. Be safe out there, everyone. Oh, and thanks for showing up tonight, too. Thank you, McDubbin. I'm buying that tonight.